Have you ever been humiliated in front of others? Have you ever felt the sting of embarrassment when someone insults you, mocks you, or tries to make you feel small? It's a painful experience, one that stays in the heart long after the moment has passed. But why do people do this? Why do they go out of their way to make others feel weak, worthless, and ashamed? The truth is, humiliation is not just an accident. It often has a purpose behind it. Some people humiliate others because of jealousy. Some do it out of arrogance and pride. Others seek attention, while some hold personal grudges. And then, there are those who simply lack manners and the fear of Allah. But sometimes, the humiliation you face is not about them at all. It is a test from Allah, meant to strengthen your patience and faith. Humiliation is one of the hardest things to experience. It can make you doubt yourself, lose confidence, and question your worth. But here's something powerful to remember. Humiliation does not define you. The way you react to it does. So, in this video, we will explore the 6 biggest reasons why people humiliate you in front of everyone. More importantly, we will learn how to rise above it, how to stay strong, and how to protect our dignity in the face of humiliation. Because in the end, no matter what people say or do, the only opinion that truly matters is Allah's. Before we begin, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue spreading Islamic wisdom and guidance. 1. Jealousy and envy. Have you ever wondered why some people try to put you down, insult you, or humiliate you in front of others? It often comes from a deep feeling of jealousy. Jealousy is like fire. It burns the one who carries it, and in their frustration, they try to harm others. When someone sees you happy, succeeding, or earning the love and respect of people, they feel uneasy. They want what you have, but instead of working for it, they choose to destroy your happiness. Their heart fills with envy, and this envy turns into words and actions that are meant to humiliate you. They might laugh at you, spread rumors, or publicly embarrass you, thinking that by doing so, they can make themselves feel superior. But do not let their jealousy break you. Do not let their hateful words enter your heart. You are not responsible for their insecurities. The truth is, when people see you shining, they either admire you or envy you. Those who admire you will pray for you, support you, and celebrate your success. But those who envy you will try to bring you down, because they cannot stand to see you above them. They cannot tolerate your growth, because your success reminds them of their failures. You must understand that when you are blessed, you will attract both lovers and haters. But do not let the haters distract you. Do not respond to them with the same negativity. Instead, focus on your journey. Keep moving forward. The moment you let their words get to you, you give them power over you. But when you ignore them and continue to grow, you defeat them without saying a word. Remember, Allah is the best protector. He sees what they do, He knows what they feel in their hearts, and He is the best one to deal with them. If you ever feel hurt by people's jealousy, turn to Allah. Ask Him to protect you. But instead of fearing it, seek refuge in Allah. He is the ultimate protector. He will shield you from their harm and bless you even more. The more they hate, the more He will elevate you. The more they try to bring you down, the higher He will take you. So whenever you face humiliation because of someone's jealousy, smile. Know that their hatred is a sign that you are doing something right. Keep going, keep growing, and leave the rest to Allah. Your success is your greatest response. 2. Arrogance and pride. There are people in this world who believe they are better than others. They look down on people, mock them, and humiliate them in front of others because they think they are superior. This arrogance blinds them from seeing the truth. They feel powerful when they insult someone, thinking that their status, wealth, intelligence, or appearance makes them greater than others. But the reality is, arrogance is a disease of the heart. It is a poison that destroys a person from within. The more arrogant a person becomes, the more they lose their sense of humility, kindness, and humanity. When someone humiliates you out of arrogance, do not be discouraged. do not think for a second that their words define your worth. Their insults come from a place of insecurity. They need to prove their superiority because deep down, they are afraid of being seen as weak. A truly strong person does not need to put others down. A truly confident person lifts others up because they are secure in their own worth. But an arrogant person lives in fear, fear that someone might be better than them, fear that their false sense of superiority will be challenged. That is why they resort to humiliation, to remind themselves that they are in control. But in reality, they are not in control of anything. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the greatest leader in history, yet he was the most humble. He never looked down on people, never humiliated anyone, and never spoke with pride. He sat with the poor, ate with his companions on the ground, and treated everyone with kindness, whether they were rich or poor, strong or weak. True greatness does not come from arrogance, but from humility. So when someone tries to humiliate you, do not let their words shake your confidence. Their arrogance is their problem, not yours. Stay calm, stay patient, and remember that Allah sees everything. He knows the truth of every heart. He knows who is arrogant and who is humble, and He promises that those who are arrogant will not succeed. Allah says in the Quran, "And do not turn your cheek away from people, and do not walk on the earth haughtily." Surely Allah does not like anyone who is arrogant, proud. No matter how powerful someone thinks they are nothing in front of Allah. No matter how much they humiliate others, their arrogance will eventually lead to their own humiliation. So do not waste your energy trying to prove yourself to arrogant people. Do not lower yourself to their level by responding with anger. Instead, let your dignity and patience speak for itself. Walk away with grace, stay humble, and trust that Allah will raise you. Because in the end, arrogance leads to failure, but humility leads to greatness. 3. To gain popularity and attention. Some people will do anything for attention. They crave validation from others, and the easiest way they find it is by humiliating someone in front of an audience. They want to be seen as funny, powerful, or dominant, so they pick on someone weaker or someone who is different. They make fun of others, not because they actually hate them, but because they love the reaction they get from the crowd. They want people to laugh, to cheer, to admire them for their boldness. But what they don't realize is that this kind of popularity is empty. It is built on harming others, and anything built on harm will eventually collapse. The world has always been like this. Look at social media today. People record themselves humiliating others just to get likes, comments, and shares. They make fun of someone's appearance, the way they talk, or the way they dress, all just to entertain an audience. But this is not strength, it is weakness. It is a sign that they have no real worth inside, so they try to create worth by tearing others down. They are like those who build a house on sand. It may stand for a while, but when the storm comes, it will crumble. So if you are ever humiliated by someone who just wants attention, do not let it affect you. Do not let their desperate need for popularity make you feel small. Their words mean nothing. They are like empty noise, loud for a moment, then gone forever. Your worth is not defined by someone else's attempt to gain attention. Your dignity is in your hands. You can choose to react with anger, or you can choose to walk away with grace. And remember, Allah is watching. He sees who is truly honorable and who is not. He sees the ones who harm others for attention, and He sees the ones who remain patient in the face of humiliation. In the end, true honor is not given by people, it is given by Allah. It comes from righteousness, from good actions, from a heart that seeks Allah's pleasure. Those who try to gain popularity by putting others down will soon be forgotten, but those who seek honor through goodness will be remembered forever. So when people humiliate you for attention, do not fight back with the same negativity. Stay firm in your dignity, keep doing good, keep striving, because in the end, the ones who try to embarrass you will fade away, but Allah will raise you higher. 4. Hatred and personal grudges. Sometimes people humiliate you not because of jealousy, arrogance, or a desire for attention, but because they simply hate you. Their hearts are filled with anger and resentment, and they cannot stand the sight of you. Maybe you did something in the past, intentionally or unintentionally, that hurt them, and they never forgave you. Maybe you succeeded where they failed, and instead of moving on, they hold a grudge against you. Or maybe they don't even have a real reason. They just dislike you for who you are. Whatever the reason, their hatred pushes them to insult, mock, and humiliate you in front of others. But here is the truth. Their hatred is their burden, not yours. Carrying a grudge is like carrying poison in your heart. It does not hurt the person you hate. It only destroys you from within. Those who humiliate others out of hatred are actually prisoners of their own emotions. They wake up with anger, they sleep with anger, and they spend their lives feeding this negativity. What kind of life is that? A person who carries hatred will never find peace. They will always be restless, always searching for ways to hurt others, but in the process, they only hurt themselves. If someone humiliates you because they hate you, do not let their hatred enter your heart. Do not let their negativity make you bitter. Instead, rise above it. Keep your heart clean. Let Allah handle them. Allah sees the injustice, and He knows what is in every heart. Those who humiliate you out of hatred will eventually face the consequences of their actions, whether in this world or the next. Your job is not to fight them, it is to protect your own peace. When you refuse to engage in negativity, when you show patience in the face of humiliation, you take away the power of those who hate you. You become stronger while they remain trapped in their own darkness. So when someone humiliates you because of a grudge, do not respond with anger. Do not waste your energy fighting them. Instead, protect your peace, hold on to your dignity, and leave the rest to Allah. Hatred is like a storm, it comes and goes. But those who stand firm in patience will always outlast the storm. Keep your heart pure, and Allah will elevate you above those who try to bring you down. 5. Lack of good manners and fear of Allah. One of the biggest reasons people humiliate others is because they lack good manners and do not fear Allah. A person who truly fears Allah will never humiliate another human being because they know that Allah is watching. They understand that every word they speak, every action they take, will be recorded, and they will be held accountable for it. But those who mock, insult, and embarrass others in public do so because they do not have this awareness. They think they can say anything, hurt anyone, and get away with it. Such people often humiliate others because they do not realize the weight of their words. They think insulting someone is just a joke, just entertainment. They do not understand that words can be sharper than a knife, that an insult can wound a person deeper than any physical pain. A person with no good manners does not care about the feelings of others. They do not think about how their words might affect someone's self-esteem, how they might cause pain that lasts for years. But on the day of judgment, they will see the consequences of their speech. A person who fears Allah speaks carefully. They think before they talk. They know that their words can either bring blessings or destruction. They choose kindness over cruelty, respect over mockery, and humility over arrogance. This is why when you are humiliated by someone, do not think that they are powerful. They are not strong, they are weak. Because true strength is in controlling your tongue, not in using it to hurt others. It does not matter if the other person is rich or poor, strong or weak. Every human being deserves respect. But those who humiliate others have forgotten this command. They do not fear Allah, and they do not understand that their actions are being recorded. So when someone humiliates you, know that they are only exposing their own weakness. Their bad manners are not a reflection of you. They are a reflection of who they are. Do not let their words affect your confidence. Do not let their insults make you feel small. Instead, remind yourself that Allah is watching. He sees your patience. He sees your dignity. And He will reward you for not lowering yourself to their level. At the end of the day, those who humiliate others out of ignorance and arrogance will face the consequences of their actions. But those who remain patient, kind, and strong in the face of humiliation will be raised by Allah. Keep your manners pure, keep your heart clean, and never let the bad behavior of others change the goodness in you. 6. Testing your patience and faith. Sometimes the humiliation you face is not because of people's jealousy, arrogance, or bad manners. Sometimes it is a test from Allah. Life is full of tests, and one of the hardest tests is being humiliated in front of others. It shakes your confidence, makes you feel worthless, and fills your heart with pain. But if you look at it from a deeper perspective, you will realize that Allah is testing your patience and faith. He wants to see how you react. Will you remain patient and trust Him? Or will you lose control and react with anger? Allah tests those whom He loves. The stronger your faith, the harder your tests will be. When someone humiliates you, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What is Allah teaching me through this?" Maybe He is teaching you patience. Maybe He is teaching you strength. Maybe He is preparing you for something greater. Every hardship carries a lesson, and if you trust Allah, you will come out of it stronger than before. At the end of the day, the people who humiliate you have no real power over you. Their words do not define you, your faith does. If you respond with patience, if you trust Allah's plan, He will elevate you above them. The same people who laughed at you today will one day see your success and realize that they were wrong. Stay strong, stay patient, and always remember, Allah is with those who endure with patience. Humiliation is painful, but it does not define you. The way you react to it does. When people try to bring you down, remember that Allah is watching. He sees your patience, He knows your struggles, and He will elevate you in ways you cannot imagine. Those who humiliate others are only exposing their own weaknesses. But those who remain patient, keep their dignity, and trust in Allah will always rise above. So, whenever you face humiliation, hold your head high and remember that your worth is not in the hands of people. It is with Allah. Stay strong, stay patient, and never let the words of others shake your faith. Because in the end, it is not the insults of people that matter, but the honor that Allah gives to His servants. If this video helped you in any way, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support allows us to continue spreading knowledge and inspiration. May Allah protect you, guide you, and grant you the strength to rise above every humiliation.